Welcome to the online video series presented by Structure Studios. This video will explain Stage 2 House. In the house stage, you'll create buildings and structures in your design. For this video, we'll set our grid to 1 foot and head to Snaps menu to turn on Point, Line, and Grid. We'll also set the angle to World Angle and turn on Autocomplete. We'll use the Line tool to draw the shape of the house. Activate the Line tool and then left-click on the grid to set our first point. As we move our cursor, it's followed by a line and a measurement. Let's move to the right 15 feet and left-click. We now have a 15-foot segment. As you can see, our cursor is still followed by a line, allowing us to draw the next segment. We'll draw down 53 feet and left-click again. Using this method, we'll draw our entire house. You can pause this video at any time to plot the dimensions. To finish the house, draw left 14 feet and click. Then down 4 feet and click. Left 26 feet and click. Up 4 feet and click. Left 25 feet and click. Up 43 feet and click. Right 20 feet and click. Down 10 feet and click, and right 30 feet and click. When we complete our 30-foot line, we'll see an orange line appear connecting to the original point. This is the autocomplete target line. It shows us that we're aligned with our original point and allows us to quickly complete the shape. We can click on the last point or press Enter for the shape to complete itself. In order for a house shape to appear in 3D, it must be a complete shape. A complete shape begins and ends at the same point. If a shape is red, it is incomplete and will not appear in 3D. Let's take a look at our house in 3D by clicking on the 2D, 3D button at the top of the screen. The house we drew was created with the default settings. We can change the height, roof line, pitch, and other settings in the panel. A shape must be selected to change its properties. Let's modify our house. If we click on the 2-story button, our house automatically becomes 20 feet tall. We can also enter a custom height by typing in the value or using the arrows. For this file, we'll click on the 1-story button to set our house back to 10 feet. Our house automatically has a roof. We can turn on or off the roof as needed with the roof line button. We can customize the appearance of our roof by using controls in the panel. First, we'll adjust the roof pitch. As we adjust the value, the pitch angle updates. Click the R for more precise control and adjust the angle down to 1/10 of a degree. We can also modify the roof overhang, turn on or off roof trim, and set its height. Roof panels can also be adjusted individually. As we move our mouse over the roof, individual panels highlight in blue. Click on the left panel to select it. When a panel is selected, it will highlight in white. Currently, this roof panel has a hip roof. We can gable this section by pressing the Gable button in the panel. We can switch it back by clicking on the Hip button. We'll leave it as a gable. You want to make sure an individual panel of the roof is selected before pressing the Gable or Hip button, or the entire roof will change to the new setting. We're now ready to add windows and doors to our house. We can do this in 2D or 3D. Let's stay in 3D. Under the House Stage tab, there's the Insert Window button. Click this button to insert a window. The window will follow our mouse and automatically snap to the house wall. Place the window below the gable and click to place it. Once the window is placed, we can move it with the green, red, and blue arrows. We adjust the elevation of the window with the blue arrow. This will turn off auto elevation and the value will update in the box below. Auto elevation controls how far from the ground a shape is placed. Once we turn auto elevation back on, the window returns to the default position. When the window is selected, we can customize the appearance by choosing between standard or specialty. We'll start with a standard window. Let's set the size to 4 feet tall and 8 feet wide. Now we'll review the interactive window in the panel. First, we have the glass and window covering options. Turn off the window covering to see the inside of the house, or turn it on to add blinds, shutters, or curtains. We can also choose to have the covering appear when inside the house. It's also easy to modify the shape of the top of the window. Click on the arch to see the options. We can choose between none, arch, quarter, triangle, and angle. For this design, we'll select the arch and set the height to 2 feet. Now we'll click on the casing. Here we can turn the casing off and on and adjust the casing thickness and width. We can also have our arch share the casing with the bottom portion of our window. The last window component is framing. Here we can turn the framing off and on, set the number of window panes, and add a grill pattern to achieve any look. For this window, set the pane count to 3 and change the divider width to 2 inches. You can restore the default values at any time by clicking the Reset button. Below the frame settings are grill options. Here you can set the number of rows, columns, and grill width. We'll set our rows and columns both to 3. Below this, we have options for the arch. Later in the materials stage, you can apply any material to the window casing, frame, and grill pattern. Now we'll add a window to the opposite side of the house. Click the Insert Window button and place the window on the wall. The software remembers the settings of the last window we designed. Once the window is in place, we can customize the appearance. First, we'll set the size to 4 feet 6 inches tall and 3 feet 6 inches wide. Next, click on the arch on the interactive window to turn off the arch on top by selecting None. Then click on the window frame to reduce the pane count to 1. Great! We have the window we need. We can quickly duplicate this window by clicking the Copy button at the top of the screen or using the keyboard shortcut Control-C to copy it. Then click the Paste button or use the keyboard shortcut Control-V to paste the new window. We'll use this technique to add a window on either side. Once the 3 windows are in place, we can make sure they're evenly spaced by selecting all 3 windows and using a line. To select multiple windows, hold down Control and left-click on each window. Once all 3 windows are highlighted, head to the Align section at the bottom of the panel. Press the horizontal button under Distribute. Now our windows are evenly distributed. Next, we'll add a door. Let's go to 2D to place it. We'll open the library to the House Decor section. Then open the Doors category and click the French Style 80-inch subgroup. Then select the second option, 6-foot double door with panes. Click Insert One or double-click on the preview picture to insert it. Now as we move our cursor onto the grid, the door is on our cursor. As we move towards the house, the door will automatically snap to the house line. Using our cursor, we'll place the door in the middle of the 30-foot line segment. Once the door is in place, we'll click the Library tab to close the library. Now we'll head back to 3D to see how it looks. Right-click on the house and press View in 3D on the right-click menu. The door looks great! Let's head inside to review additional options. We're able to see the inside of the house because we have the interior wall turned on. When off, the walls are invisible when inside. When the interior wall is on, the windows and doors cut into the walls. We can adjust the width of the walls with the control next to the interior wall button. The house foundation is turned on by default. The foundation adds a floor. When off, the terrain is visible inside the house. The next option is ceiling. This adds a flat ceiling on the underside of the roof. If you'd like to have an open vaulted space, simply turn off the ceiling. We also have an option to add a floating floor. When active, you'll have a floor between the ceiling and foundation. This is great to add a floor on a 2-story house. You can also adjust the thickness of the floor and set the elevation. Now let's create a custom roof for a covered patio area. Let's head back to 2D to create it. The first step is to turn off the roof line on our first house shape. This allows us to draw one shape for the walls and then create a second shape for the roof itself. We'll start drawing the second shape by outlining the house. Activate the Outline tool and click the house on the right corner of our 20-foot segment. We want the roof line to be placed right on top of the house with no offset, so press 0 and then Enter on your keyboard. Now begin to trace the house until you're all the way around the right side. Go down 10 feet and then left-click to stop the outline. Now we'll activate the Line tool by pressing A on our keyboard. This allows us to connect back to our original point. As we start moving towards the original point, the Auto-Complete Target line appears. We can draw back to the original point or press Enter to finish the shape. The final step is to turn on the roof line for this new shape and click the Roof Only option next to Height. This will automatically set the height of the shape to 0 and create an open vaulted ceiling. Let's head back to 3D to see our roof. The roof is currently on the ground. We can use the blue arrow to place it on top of the house or type in the elevation. Let's type in the elevation of 10 feet 0 inches in the panel. When we look at our gabled section of our roof, we see an open A-frame. This is because we used the Roof Only button. To fill in the A-frame, set the height of the roof to 1 inch in the panel. Now the house wall extends to the roof. That's it! We now have a covered patio at the back of our house. This completes basic instruction on the house stage. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit structurestudios.com/help.